This week in Gielinor. This episode brought to you by Bontimbo's Dice, frustrating players since 2012. Welcome to This Week in Gielinor, where we bring you the big updates, major patch notes, and any news from around the community. For this week's main update, players now have the ability to hunt skilled champas and subsequently throw these explosive, furry little bastards at trees, rocks, fish, and divination springs across Gielinor. Skilling with these skilled champas will reward you with a flat 10% extra experience for each chinjampa used, as well as a chance at some bonus resources. To help protect your pixels even more, Jagex has introduced the new Authenticator to run alongside with Jag. Jagex has a guide on how to use the mobile version of the Authenticator, but if you don't have a smartphone or you just want to use a desktop version, check out these videos by Skiller as well as Zero Vector. Let's have a look at some of this week's patch notes. First off, the Hex Hunter bow has been buffed yet again, making it more powerful against magic-based NPCs. Players can now block a 7th Slayer task if they have at least 350 quest points, so fuck you, Bloodveld. Agaroth, that giant squid thing with the Christmas tree on his head, will now reset on Wednesdays every week to remain consistent with other weekly D&D events. Players can now acquire a magic and ranged equivalent of the Telkar Cow by dealing more damage during the fight kill in the respective attack style of the cape desired. In addition, you can hand in all 3 of the new kiln capes, the melee, ranged, and magic, for an enhanced fire cape cosmetic override by talking to one of the Tazar elders in the main plaza. If you thought the Slayer helmet already had enough shit crammed into it, well, you're wrong! Few Slayer helmets now benefit from the Ferocious Ring's damage boost. Due to feedback on release, the Trim Completion Escapes requirement on the Calgarian titles has been increased from 1 to all 5 titles, because 4,000 Champa kills, 1,000 Castle Wars tickets, and 30 weeks of collecting rocks wasn't enough in the first place. When doing co-op Slayer tasks, higher level Slayer Masters will now reward you with more co-op Slayer points.
Friendship!
Loners rejoice, for now players can enter the Waterbirth Island dungeons without the need of a second player. The graphics and animations for some monster NPCs have been revised, including Earth Warriors, Necreals, Hellhounds, and lastly, Abyssal Demons, have once again been neglected.
Why won't you update me?
Some of the notable polls from the week are the Legacy poll. Players now have the ability to vote for or against the implementation of Legacy mode. It's so brown! In addition, players will soon be able to vote whether or not they want 3rd Age armor and skill capes to be visually updated. On a totally unrelated note, coming this month to Solomon's General Store, retro 3rd Age armors and skill capes. And last but not least, the biggest announcement every year, RuneFest 2014 dates and location has been announced. October 11th at Tobacco Docks again this year. Ah man, RuneFest, the time where players can leave their computers and socialize with others and meet their favorite J-Mons. Or, never mind. That's it for this week's episode, but be sure to tune in next time for more news and updates from that week in Gielinor. See you later, guys.
My name is actually David. In my spare time, I'm a demon on RuneScape, and well, that's actually a full-time gig. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit devilish at times. Yes.
Friendship!